This episode of the Rogue Deck Builder is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 source for games and gaming accessories, and by GatheringMagic.com, the #1 source for Magic the Gathering news and articles. Hi there, it's Kevin with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com here with match #1 with the Rogue Deck of the Week, or I guess the Rogue Deck Builder is what we're calling this series. We are playing Black-Red Discard and we are on the play. Yes, we'd like to play first. There's certain matchups where I actually like to go second, but yes, we'd like to go first. This is a... You know what? This is actually a decent hand with Rakdos' Return and the Mutavault. I'm going to go ahead and keep it, as we could ramp into a big Rakdos' Return. If it's some sort of control list, we are definitely in the driver's seat with making him discard as many cards as possible here. And maybe I should have actually started off with the Mutavault so we could actually get in for some damage here. But so we'll do it this turn. Well, I think there's no point at this moment. Going against a green-white, I don't like my hand for green-white, but... Again, we're going to be able to maybe possibly get rid of his entire hand. Now, Voice of Resurgence can be a problem. Ooh, and that might actually change things here. I think I will Underworld Connections on my Swamp, set up a big Gray Merchant of Asphodel. Worst case scenario is a Loxin and Smiter here. If he's playing Smiters, then I might just get rid of Returns completely. I think he might actually be playing them. But the thing about mid-range, though, is we have like Dreadbores, and we'll bring in the Doom Blades. Take out the ultimate prices won't come in because a lot of these will be multicolored. But I mean, ooh, wow. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting match. It's going to be a Bant, and we'll see what comes down here. See if a Detention Sphere comes. No, Witch Stalker. Witch Stalker, Witch Stalker, Witch Stalker. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a problem. We can't play the Key Rune and activate it. I think I'm going to put out the Mutavault here. And life is going to be a little bit of an issue. So the Key Rune can come out here and we're going to actually draw a card. Not liking to see that land, but should be okay. Anger of the Gods is definitely going to be amazing versus this. Is this... Oh, this is a hexproof deck. And this is going to be... Wow, this is going to be a pain to try to deal with that Witch Stalker. He might actually just get him there, especially the Unflinching Courage. There's no way I can actually even deal with that. So this is just going to be Bant Hexproof. I guess the deck is back. The Anger of Gods will be amazing. And definitely not liking that. And so I could Rakdos' Return, but then I go down to a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can only get out 4 cards. So I think the right play here, unfortunately, is just to... Gray Merchant, and that can block his voice. And unfortunately, yeah, this all of our creature removal is going to come out, and we're just going to rely on Anger of the Gods. And this is it's Duresses will come in, Thoughtseize will come in for sure, and we're just going to try to take away his enchantments as best as possible. Like I said, this is going to be a brutal matchup just because these 5 damage per turn is going to be very hard for us to overcome. And it doesn't have First Strike, right? Just Trample Lifelink. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a big Rakdos' Return here. Whoa, that's... The lands are not cool. And I guess I should have drawn it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 2, 1, 2. We can get it for 5. Or do you want to keep everything back and just wait? I'm going to draw a card here. And I'm going to go ahead and Underworld Connections. No, I have to do it with the Mutavault. On a Blood Crypt just in case I want to use it, but we're probably going to activate the Key Rune. And double block with the Gray Merchant and the Key Rune. But we will lose all of our guys here. Sky Lasher comes down. That is not good for us. If he has another enchantment, we are in very, very bad shape. So this is a deck that we have a hard time interacting with. Could be unfavorable. I'm not sure at this point. Anger of Gods could just be a blowout for him. As I'm thinking he's going to be playing the Wolves as well, or the Lions as well. And if he has like a Celestia Charm, this is just, he's just televising Celestia Charm, but we will make this trade with the Gray Merchant on the Skylasher. So I'm going to activate the Key Rune. And that'll be on the Skylasher, Gray Merchant on the Voice. I've got to think there's some sort of Giant Growth or Celestia. No, okay, Simic Charm it is. We die. All right, so a little bit of land flooded there. The ultimate prices and stuff do not come in. Anger does come in. The cures do not come in either. Life Banes come in for sure. And then we're going to get rid of all the Dreadbores, the Hero's Downfalls. And actually, I'm kind of liking this matchup. So what else? Slaughter Games is kind of weak. I'm going to just go down to 2, but it's better than the rest of this stuff. I mean, I could try like an older price. It seems like he has enough targets with the Skylashers and whatnot, but I think I'm just going to run this list. Slaughter Games will be fine because it will allow us to see something in his hand. And maybe, I think Shrieking Afflictions are still fine too. So we're going to submit it like this. Yes, we'd like to play first. This is an awesome hand. We'll have first turn Shrieking Affliction, and then we'll be able to race out his... And in fact, I'm not going to go first turn Shrieking Affliction. I'm just going to go Rakdos' Guildgate. And hopefully we can race out one of his green creatures. I mean, he'll be able to get a voice before we can actually deal with it. But at least we get a Witch Stalker out. Now, not liking that other land, but eventually the Underworld Connection should get us there. And yeah, I can play a Mutavault here. So, okay, so there's probably going to be no card that comes down. Maybe a Glade Clever. But I'm not too worried about Glade Cover, so okay, awesome. So the Lifebane Zombie is going to be able to get his best card here, which is going to be the Witch Stalker. That's awesome. So he's got a pretty bad hand. Oh, Advent of the Worms, I did forget about those, but hopefully we can race them. The Detention Sphere is going to be a little bit of a problem. But that's exiled. That gives us good card advantage. We just got to race that Advent of the Worm. So I think I do keep in a Doomblade or something. So he's going to D-Sphere. I'm so glad he did that. I am so happy that I don't care about that Lifebane. It's going to allow me to Underworld Connections. And yeah, and even draw a card. So I mean, we do have to worry about the Advent of the Worm, and the Advent of the Worm might actually get us here. This is just... I got rid of all my removal. I don't think I can race it now. Well, there's a Rakdos' Return. That will allow us to... we could do it for 3, but he keeps his Unflinching Courage, and he keeps his Advent of the Worm. Well, if he casts... Yeah, that's probably... It's just going to be Gray Merchant here. Oh, this is just this terrible. That I have to have removal for that. That Unflinching Courage. Hopefully he doesn't do it for whatever reason. But yeah, I didn't expect an Advent of the Worm. In fact, this deck is really throwing me for a loop because it doesn't seem like it's going all out on, and maybe it's not an enchantment strategy. Because I definitely should have kept in the Doomblades, and this would just be a blowout here if you would Unflinching Courage on a Worm. So I guess the right play, yeah, Doomblade is just keeping the Doomblades. And for whatever reason, if he doesn't Unflinching Courage here, we can always just get it out of his hand. It doesn't look like he's going to do that, actually. So he's going to keep up a Simic Charm to try to keep this guy alive. So I'm going to be able to get rid of his entire hand next turn, which is going to be awesome. Hopefully. Yep. Definitely going to get rid of his entire hand here. Oh, he's going to put an Unflinching Courage on his Glade Clever Scout. That's what he's going to do. All right. That's decent. But we can block that all day long. Oh, I guess we can't. Did I see an Ethereal Armor in there? What did he just... What the... Did I just miss something here? All right, so... A 6/6 trample lifelink. I don't know if we're going to be able to actually outrace this. I just cannot interact with this deck. So, anywho, this Rakdos' return is useless now. I guess I should have done that last turn, as it would have, yeah, made him. All right, so we're going to draw a card. Well, let's see here. We're going to play this key rune, and at least I can kill his worm and just lose a key rune. Ouch. Well, and could I kill it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I could have almost killed him right there. So the thing is, do I keep back 5? I take 11, and then he goes back up to 14. Can I do 14 damage next turn if I activate? This is, see, again, this is just, I mean, I could activate, I'll lose both of them. But I think I just have to go for it. And just try to get him down from 14 to but I don't think I'll have enough mana to do so. So I guess I should have just played the Gray Merchant there. Another Gladesculver is going to give him a blocker. And a Fiendslayer Paladin. Jeez. Okay, so we're going to draw a card. Duress is useless now. Anger of the Gods is okay, but it's just not going to get us back in this. Lifebane Zombie, you're late, buddy. Late to the party. So, yeah, we have to play the Gray Merchant here, and then I can't even activate enough when I die the next turn? Or how does this work? We'd have to top deck into another Gray Merchant and keep our Gray Merchant alive. So this guy can't be used to be activated anyway. We'll Gray Merchant here. Get him down to a 7. Get him down to a 4. So I think I did misplay this big time. The Rakdos' return on the other turn would have been clutch. So I just take 11 here, and he gains 6, and we just try to somehow kill him? Is that what we do? Or do we block his Advent of the Worm? No, I've just got to try to top deck into a Gray Merchant. 6, 11. Wait, I have to block because of a Simic Charm. Well, I'm going to go for it. If he's got the Simic Charm, then the guy can draw like a madman. Okay, he didn't have it. So we're going to try somehow to win this. He's basically down to a 7. Now that's useless. Liliana does not do it because he can block. He'll just block the Mutavault. I can't even really duress here. Well, if I Liliana, I can kill the Fiendslayer Paladin. Then in block 1, go to 5. Could I activate it, though? No, I couldn't even activate the key rune if I did that. So he would just block 1 and go to a 6. Duress doesn't do anything here. Can't kill off the worm. Lifebane Zombie does nothing. A Slaughter Games only gets him down to a 5. And we need that extra 2. He gains 2. If I activate, he can block 1, gain 2 life. I don't think there's any way I can get out of this. 3 for 5. 7, 3. He'll be down to a 3 if I do it this way. And he could still have some sort of hexproof. No, he would have used the Simic Charm. But I mean, he could have like a Celestia Charm. I mean, I guess the only thing I can do here is pay 1 life for No, I was trying to get a Gray Merchant there. Would be the only thing that could get me back in this. But Liliana, I can activate a Mutavault. Unless, what can I can Rakdos return for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gets him down to a 5. And then well, let's attack. Whoa, let's attack first and see what happens. See if he actually does block. Because if he doesn't block here, okay, so he blocks with both. He's going to lose both of them. Goes up to a 12, though, and there's no way we can get enough blockers to absorb all the damage. I mean, the only thing we could have done now, Lifebane Zombie. He had a Plains. And we can't absorb enough damage. Just trample. Anyway, we lose this game. Kind of a weird matchup for us, but I mean, a first turn Thoughtseize, if we would have had a first turn Thoughtseize or Duress, could actually handle any of these. And then again, the Anger of the Gods is just going to be mostly a blowout here against his deck. I mean, I feel good about this matchup. It just didn't go our way this time. Hopefully we'll see this matchup again. It's not a very popular deck, though. So, I mean, it's very easy to shut down. Extremely easy. It's just one Supreme Verdict, and this deck is done. But anyway, this is Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder and GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.